ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon. And off we go from Denver. Oh, good move. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw is Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. First down and 10 yards to go.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Bo Nix with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
They'll try to run forward blue. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now as the quarterback and play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll go play action with this. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Throwing, Prescott, firing quickly, but it's incomplete. We can look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Nix. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who simply tried to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive starts with a run by Blue. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. The rushing numbers for Blue a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Toss play to the right to Blue. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he will have first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Nix to the air. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
In punt formation for the Broncos.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Cowboys.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott finds Pickens out right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Prescott yet again. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. An option handoff here to Demboyz. And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll go again with Demboyz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now it's Nix. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just
under pressure. They got him again. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Slant pass to Bull. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And out now come the Cowboys. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Handoff, Blue running right. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Normally, we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken at the 15. Unable to corral, and he fights through.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
14 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Here's Nix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To throw. Here's Nix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Throwing Nix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all three timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those three timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. Third down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
And again, it's Prescott.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
First and goal, Dallas.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Jaden Blue, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nix.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our
tour around
report.
the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on Gang Green, the New York Jets. And this is Jamar Chase. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. The Bengals move their mark to 7-1, looking good as they get the win. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And it's the second-year quarterback, Michael Penix. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Falcons had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's last year's MVP, Josh Allen. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame. He also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. The Bills up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these 2 sides through 2 quarters. A 1-point game at the half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
First carry down. This is Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A punt at 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
On 1st and 10, it's Demboyz.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
2nd and 6.
Second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
To throw is Nix.
He gets this one aboard. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Nix once more.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll take this down to the 26. A give up from middle to Demboyz.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix to the air.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cowboys.
They go blue between the tackles. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They begin with a carry for Blue.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Prescott now from the 50.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run with Blue.
Down at the 25.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
2nd down and 8.
Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Jaden Blue. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott.
That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys his first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
First down, Cowboys.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Blue.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Prescott now. Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now it's Nix.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Bloom trying the right side. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott on play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing here, Prescott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will